companions. Welcome. I'm so happy you're here. It's chapter 2 of The Artist's Way. I'm Kim. Welcome to Creative Companions, where we are believing mirrors for one another. My believing mirrors here at the Grateful Hammock are showing up. We got a dreary, rainy day, so I'm really glad to be here sharing time with y'all. If you could comment and let me know that you can see me and hear me well, and let me know that you're here. We're going to be discussing chapter 2 of The Artist's Way today, recovering a sense of identity. For today's art project, very simple supply list. You need a piece of paper. I have cardstock. You could use colored paper, is fun. Whatever paper you have, whatever size you have is fine. You're also going to need your favorite colorful tools, markers, pens. Hi, Katie Mae. I'm so glad you're here. Scissors. And that's it. Your fine self, your attention, your presence. Oh, good. I'm glad you can hear me, Mary. Glad you're here. I really am honored and appreciate y'all's choosing to spend this hour together again. It's so important to me, and I'm glad you have valued yourself enough to make it important to you too. So it's cool that we're all here. Hi, Alexander. Good morning. Hi, Shannon. Yes, Grand Rising, everyone. We're going to start right off with meditation. And as we've been practicing, first just getting comfortable in our seat, in our whatever position we're going to choose to be in for this meditation, whether you're sitting or standing. You can lie down if you want to. And as we've been doing, focusing on the breathing in and out. But we're going to add a new focus, and that is focusing on the space between the inhale and the exhale. So breathing in, pause. Breathing out, slow breathing out, and pause again. And in, and you can go ahead and close your eyes and just practice that. Breathing in, pause. Breathing out, pause. And just slowing it down and slowing it down. Breathing in and out. Pausing between the inhale and the exhale. Check in with your body. Wiggle what needs to wiggle. Be comfortable in here. It's a good place to be. Check in with the beating of your heart. Be still. Pause, breathing in. Breathing out, be still. Check in with your mind. Silence the little mind. Still the little heart. We're just breathing here. Perhaps you add breathing in I smile. Breathing out, I relax. Breathing in, I smile. Breathing out, I relax. You're doing great. And slowly open your eyes. We breathe in together and welcome to the now. Here we are. It's good to be here. So yeah, we meditate to come to the present moment, to be here with ourselves and with one another and do this creative process, this practice. So right away, we're talking about recovering a sense of identity. So the question is, who am I? So we're going to do what I call I am stars. You may have done these with me before, and that's okay, because I like to do them at least once a year myself, and they're different every time. And I like to have them to hang up in my art room or my space and see what I said different about my little self every year. So what we're going to do first is grab our piece of paper and any old marker that you grab and draw the biggest star you can draw on your piece of paper. You know how to draw a star. Don't be scared. We're not going to be nervous. We're just going to have fun. Draw a big old star. So here we go. Once we get this going, then we'll do our check-in and such. Just take your time.
Oh no, Mr. Pio.
Once you've drawn your star, then you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut your star out. And I'm going to cut mine out, like not with a straight line. I'm going to do a ziggy-zaggy cutout thing. And your lines aren't going to show because we're going to flip this over. So don't worry if those lines are looking ugly or something. It's a work in progress, just like us, you know. So just do the next thing. That's how we get through. So we're just going to cut out our star. Cutting out. I don't like this ring on my thumb. So I'm glad y'all made it through another week. I'm glad I did too, and here we are together. Wondering, I'm just going to do the check-in while we do this. How everyone did with morning pages. Did you try it out? Yes or no? If you could just hit me up with a comment on there. Anyone here do morning pages? Yes or no? We got yes and no's. I do morning pages every day. I really enjoy the process and working with affirmations to manifest myself into being the woman I really dreamed of. And that's been fun to watch. And I am really grateful to be using my art and my experiences to bring healing to all. Having this Creative Companions group and it manifesting into this online group that so many are interested in is just another part of my dream come true. You all just in the middle of my dream with me. Thanks for being here. That which I do, which is good for me, is good for all. There's a great affirmation. It frees you up from those selfish feelings you might have about taking time for your creative self. So look at my wonky star. There it is. That's my star. So I'm going to decide what is the top of my star. Which is the top? I like that little tiny point at the top. So that's going to be the top of my star. So decide the orientation of your star, and now you're going to use the side that you did not write on, okay? And then grab your favorite color. So morning pages for you newbies, that is 3 pages of brain drain in the morning. This is suggested by Julia Cameron in The Artist Way. 3 pages of brain drain, whatever that is, in the morning, just letting the hand move across the page and whatever. And we're learning to retrain our brain to be its own cheerleader, to feed ourselves more positive thoughts. So it helps to write those new thoughts down, to get them ingrained in you. So that's what morning pages are, and one way they can be used. Okay, so on our star, before I go any further, I got to remember how I do it.
Grab your favorite color marker.
Yeah. Okay. You're going to write I, the letter I, capital, speaking of yourself. And then I'm going to use my child name, I, Kimmy Sue. So whatever name you want to call yourself on your star. So I'm going to write I, Kimmy. I'm going to write that nice and fancy. Kind of, yeah. I, Kimmy Sue. Then in caps again, I'm going to write AM. I, Kimmy Sue, am, ... So now as I talk, you're going to decorate your star with words that follow your am. I am, ... Not I am a. We're going to avoid nouns. So I am brilliant. I am amazing. I am creative. Not I am a mom. I am a friend. So not I am a, I am. So this is your empowerment star. This is you checking in with that higher self, that sense of identity that knows who you are as a creative being on the planet. And you can listen for words as we go. You could, at home, if you want to post some words in the comments as we go. We will have an opportunity, though, at the end where we'll share some of the words on our star. But just, free think, write them in different colors. I'm going to start with I am creative. I am peaceful. So you feel me, everybody? Can I get some feedback from the audience?
Yes.
Yes. I feel you. All right. Caw, we all got it going on. So did anyone take an artist date this week?
Yes.
Yes. Would you like to share?
I finished the final album I was painting for Dan.
Ooh.
And I started painting on the peace sign.
Very good. So Donna's saying her artist date, she finished a gift for her husband that was beautiful on a record album. She does the dot art, which we're going to bring her on one week to do that with us. And then she has a peace sign that she's working on. So yay, artist date. And I think we took artist date the same day. Was that the same day I painted all day, I think?
I painted all day, several days.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. So I had my artist date was at the oil painting, working on that, which I'm having a blast with, and sharing and the progress. So, I'm forgetting to scroll down on the comments. Anyone else here take an artist date?
I read all day.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, Michelle, hi, happy you're here. Hi, Vicky, so glad you're here. Geez, I forgot to scroll down. Yay. Good, strong, blessed. These are some words that you could put on your stars. Thankful, yes. Smart, enough, empowered. Yes. Hi, Doreen, so glad you're here. So glad you all are here. I'm so excited. Ah! How about reading the chapter? Did anybody read the chapter?
Yeah.
We got a yes from the audience here. Y'all at home, did you read the chapter? Chapter 2 is recovering a sense of identity. Thus, we're doing these I am stars. So I'm going to just read this first part here, what Julia has to say. Going sane. Trusting our creativity is new behavior for many of us. It may feel quite threatening initially, not only to us, but also to our intimates. We may feel and look erratic. This erraticism is a normal part of getting unstuck, pulling free from the muck that has blocked us. It is important to remember that at first, going sane feels just like going crazy. I have found that to be very true. To find your heart, you got to lose your mind.
Amen.
That's what this Creative Companions is about, is opening our minds to what we are capable of, who we are, how we have been defining ourselves, and as we're like setting ourselves free here, yeah, we might look quite insane as we take on new things, like start dotting on everything in sight, or painting on everything in sight, man. Like, you got something plain, I'll paint on it for you. Yeah. And maybe we're dancing when we're doing that, and hallelujah. So, but to those who are still stuck, yeah. So, what is all this retraining the brain about? Well, we're learning what good thinking can do. Because sometimes a recovering artist must avoid taking the first think, because we're so used to those thinks being doubt or thoughts that keep us from shining our light. Affirmations are a powerful antidote for self-hate, which commonly appears under the mask of self-doubt. Early in our creative recovery, self-doubt can lure us into self-sabotage, which is an interesting thing to notice yourself doing, man. Like, how often have I got so close to the end of a project and then just shelved it, back under the bed it went. Why do I do that? So do not let your self-doubt turn into self-sabotage. So don't even think the first doubt thought. Learn to stop yourself. So all sanity depends on this simply, that it should be a delight to feel heat strike the skin, a delight to stand upright, knowing the bones are moving easily under the flesh. That's what Doris says. And I say it's also a delight to simply feel the breath moving in and out. And we don't even have to think about that. Or to check in with our heart and feel it beeping, like my daughter said. I feel my heart beeping. Yep, still beeping. So creativity flourishes when we have a sense of safety and self-acceptance. Your artist, like a small child, is happiest when feeling a sense of security. As our artist's protective parent, we must learn to place our artists with safe companions. And we learn who those are. Other people that are aware of their creative self and honoring that part of themselves. And you see them doing that. That's a mirror for you. And we find our believing mirrors. That's what we are in Creative Companions. We believe in each other's recovery, in our creative recovery, in our creativity, in our voices, You know what I'm saying? Self-will is a refusal to acknowledge our creativity. Why do we do that? Perhaps we get an anorectic high from being blocked, or perhaps we still like collecting the sympathy and wallow in self-pity. 2 weeks in a row? Yeah. Live feed, 11 o'clock Sunday. Hanging up, it said. That was my stepson. Anyway, what was I saying? Blocked friends, like on the phone there, may find your recovery disturbing. Yeah, that one finds my recovery disturbing a lot in my positive speech, yeah. But he's learning, yeah. So be alert to subtle sabotage from your friends who call you right when you committed to doing the thing. I get a chuckle out of it. Don't let their doubts reactivate your own. Be particularly alert to any suggestion that you've become selfish or different. These are red alert words for us. They're attempts to leverage us back into old ways for the sake of someone else's comfort, not our own. Be very careful to safeguard your newly recovering artists. You know, and as we're getting to know yourself, here's a good quote from Robert Louis Stevenson. He says, to know what you prefer, instead of humbly saying amen to what the world tells you you ought to prefer, is to have kept your soul alive. Of course you underlined that. That's powerful stuff. I'll say it again. To know what you prefer, instead of humbly saying amen to what the world tells you you ought to prefer, is to keep your soul alive. Yeah, so this, you know, or your spirit, whatever we want to call that's us. That's uniquely us. So you'll be led to new sources of support as you begin to support yourself. And I've seen that in big ways. When I take a step in my direction, a big step in my direction, I see lots of little steps get easier. I see support coming from unexpected. It's like I have to make that commitment to myself first. And then other things just fall into place. So as blocked creatives, we focus not on our responsibility to ourselves, but on our responsibility to others. We tend to think such behavior makes us good people. It doesn't. It makes us frustrated people. Ask my kids. I learned about myself. If I paint every day, I'm easier to live with. The people around me like me better. So it's not a selfish act at all. It's when I'm taking care of myself, and often go to the canvas first. This is when I was living with my kids in my house. Go to my canvas first and take care of myself for a while. Then I get along with them better all day, and they get along with me better all day. So, yeah, don't let your friends squander your time. Be gentle but firm and hang tough. The best thing you can do for your friends is to be an example through your own recovery. So don't let their fears or second thoughts derail you. For right now, protect your artist by refusing to show your morning pages to interested bystanders or to share your artist dates at all. Draw a sacred circle around your recovery and give yourself the gift of faith. Trust that you're on the right track. You are. You are. Just by being here, you're on the right track. You're validating yourself by being here. You're saying to your creative self, you're important. I'm taking this time for you. And what great differences it makes once we learn to be our own cheerleader. Your own healing is the greatest message of hope to others. You will learn to enjoy the process of being a creative channel and to surrender your need to control the result. You'll discover the joy of practicing your creativity. The process, not the product, will become your focus. Like, people ask me, how long did that take you? Oh, it took 6 months, but that didn't matter that it took me 6 months to paint that painting. I enjoyed the whole process. I enjoy moving the paint across the canvas. I enjoy watching things appear from my wet hand. There it is. I want to make a bird. I'll make a bird, whatever. I enjoy the process. So the next part she talks about in The Artist's Way is crazy makers. And if you've read the chapter, you might have identified someone in your life who is a crazy maker. Crazy makers like drama. Crazy makers are high on problems and short on solutions. Crazy makers, call you in the middle of your thing. Crazy makers know that you have your big show today and show up, with their wrecked car or whatever. Yeah. Let's see what else I have to say about that. So yeah, often in our communities, in our family circles, we find a resident crazy maker that may often be found pitting family member against family member, undercutting everyone's agenda but their own, always choosing critical moments for their sabotage. They plant bombs to explode just as, their significant other approaches success. Whether they appear as your overbearing mother, your manic boss, your needy friend, or your stubborn spouse, the crazy maker in your life share certain destructive patterns that make them poisonous for any sustained creative work. So they break deals, destroy schedules, all those things. They act as if they hear your boundaries once you start having them, and that they will respect them, but in practice act as the operative word. So we need to be aware of the other energies that come into our circle and be aware of where our attention goes. Um, the crazy maker thrives on energy, your energy. So be careful about guarding your energy. Like my one little friend Kylie, when she was 14, I walked into the bedroom and there were two other teenage girls over in the corner, giddy and laughing and up to no good, and Kylie's sitting. I said, "What are you doing, Kylie?" She said, "I'm over here in my golden bubble. They can't reach me." So stay in your golden bubble. Stay on your own path. Get used to not allowing the drama of others to suck you away. Like something I'll say to myself often is, stay on my own path. And to the other, well, good luck with that, whatever that is. I can share space and hear their crazy making, but I don't have to get emotional about it. I don't have to get involved in it. I can stay on my path and wish them love and luck with that and healing, and on we all go. So slow down and enjoy life, says Eddie Cantor. It's not only the scenery you miss by going too fast, you also miss the sense of where you are going and why. So that's also part of this Creative Companions and these meetings that we have, and just sitting for an hour and doodling on the page and just being here now with yourself and listening is teaching you to slow down, because you might, and she asks us to think about that a lot. What do we spend our time doing? Are we hustle, bustle, hustle, bustle, hustle, bustle from thing to thing all day? Do we take time to simply breathe? So if crazy makers are so destructive, what are we doing with them? The answer, to be brief but brutal, is that we're often crazy makers ourselves, and we either are or have been that destructive ourselves. I. We all are one. Mirrors for one another. So as frightening and abusive as life with crazy makers may seem, we find it far less threatening than the challenge of a creative life and just doing our own thing and finding that space to do our own thing. So, yes, here's a good thing. The next time you catch yourself saying or thinking, he or she is driving me crazy, ask yourself, what creative work are you trying to block by stewing your mind about that other person? And it's so important what we say and what we think. When I would have the thought, when my kids were at home with me, oh, these kids are driving me crazy, I would say, these pretzels are making me thirsty. Because I didn't ever want to say, these kids are driving me crazy. I didn't ever want them to hear that. Everybody said I was crazy anyway. I didn't want them to think it was their fault. So I would say, these pretzels are making me thirsty, which got it out of my system. And then I learned to, when that's happening, I need to look at me, because that same behavior that's making me thirsty, making me crazy today, didn't yesterday. So what's different about me? It's my mindset. I'm irritable. What do I need to do to take care of myself so that these pretzels don't make me thirsty anymore? And that's usually do something creative, go for a walk, drink some water. Okay? So You know, and like, it's fun to learn to replace your negative phrases with things that are nonsensical, that kind of sound the same. Makes you sound a little nuts, which I find fun. But it also retrains your brain. You know, you don't want to be thinking like, old dude's driving me nuts, old dude's making me crazy. You don't want to be thinking that all the time. Because the more you're thinking that think, the more everything they do is causing you to think that think. So, yeah, it's just becoming aware of the things that we think. And, you know, also with the really extreme crazy makers, remember, you got feet, folks. Walk away. Just walk away. Walk away and get back on your path. Okay? And, yeah, you're learning to respect your own space. All right. So she says here next, we're going to talk about skepticism. And perhaps the greatest barrier any of us have as we look for an expanded life is our own deeply held skepticism, our own self-doubt, our own thinking that the rest of them out there got something we don't because they seem to be able to do this adult life thing, and some of them seem to be flying through it and soaring, and I'm over here going, I've never done this before. Well, guess what? They're all going, I've never done this before. And thinking they're not good enough at times too. So, you know, just like I don't allow myself anymore to feel or think the first dread. Same with doubt. I can do it. I can do the thing. I can do the thing. Moon and Magic say that a lot. A lot of people say that a lot. That's a simple affirmation you can do. Give yourself. Yep. I am capable. Whatever it is. I am capable. I am strong. I can handle myself in any situation. I have so far, right? Right? Where I only ever have to survive the present moment. Y'all know that, right? The only thing that is real is the present moment. So when we're fantasizing about the future and getting ourselves all upset with worry, we're not here now. Same thing when we're playing old tapes from the past and getting ourselves all emotional, all upset. You're missing the now. You're missing the now. So making it a goal to bring ourselves back to the now. One way we stay present is doing our art and being in the flow, man. Just getting in that creative flow. You know, and then any little bit of experimenting and self-nurturing is frightening for some of us. Isn't that interesting? It feels like a brave thing to do to even attempt recovering a sense of a strong self. It seems it's a brave thing. We're warriors to take that on. I just wish we could instill that in our children to like have a high self-esteem and a belief in themselves. And, you know, yeah, setting skepticism aside, even briefly, can make for very interesting explorations. In creative recovery, it's not necessary that we change any of our beliefs. It's just necessary that we look at them, that we have an open mind. So we're practicing opening our minds. What time we got? Okay, we got a half an hour. Are we still writing words? I have only written a couple, but that's okay. I like this quote. Here's another quote. Listen to this one. This is Henry Miller. He says, develop interest in life as you see it. In people, things, literature, music. The world is so rich, simply throbbing with rich treasures, beautiful souls, and interesting people. Forget yourself. Forget yourself and be where you're at and be with who you're with. Be in the now. That's right. Love the one you're with. Look in the mirror once in a while and love the one you're with. That's what we're talking about. So attention is a way to connect and survive. I am alive, alert, aware, and present is an affirmation I write daily. If you've been with me long enough, you know they say I have PTSD, and I did spend a lot of time not being here now. And that's all I want. I just want to be here now with y'all. And I'm always really grateful to be in the present moment, and I can feel myself in this body, and like I know where I'm at, and I can, you know, also disassociating in PTSD, one way to bring yourself back to the now is to name the things that you see in the now. I see my friend, she's wearing blue. She has a red thing around her neck. Oh, that makes me feel more present. You know, and we learn things as we go for our own personal toolkit, our own personal coping mechanisms. And I'm just happy to be able to be here to share some of mine. Just stay here now with yourself. This moment, you're always fine. You're fine. You're fine. And ask yourself that. Am I okay now? Am I okay now? Your little heart's racing. You're starting to get anxious. Take some deep breaths. It's only now. It's only now. So, attention is a way to connect and survive. Survival lies in sanity, and sanity lies in paying attention. Success or failure. Let's see what this is saying. Success or failure. The truth of a life really has little to do with its quality. The quality of life is in proportion always to the capacity for delight. The capacity for delight is the gift of paying attention, or the capacity of love. You can only be madly in love in the moment if you're in the moment. Right? Yeah. So, madly in love, here in Florida, I am. It's starting to rain, which I love, which really adds to my love and acceptance. Survival lies in sanity. So the reward for paying attention is always healing. It may begin as healing part of a particular pain. You know, maybe you came here because of grief, because you lost someone. So many, you know, life is full of losses, bittersweet. So what is healed is the pain that underlies the pain. The pain that we are all, as Rilke phrases it, unutterably alone. Yeah. So that's what we're really healing here. And we learn to accept that aloneness and that idea that the only person sticking with me through this entire life ride I'm on is me. I'm the only one here for every single beautiful, stinking, crazy, wonderful moment of it.
Amen to that.
Right? Right. So be here now with yourself through all of it. Even the yucky stuff, even like, it feels terrible and I'm crying and leaking. That happens, you know? Yeah, connection. That's how we connect with one another, is being present with one another. It's good stuff, man. Pain is what it took to teach me to pay attention. In times of pain, when the future is too terrifying to contemplate and the past is too painful to remember, I learned to pay attention to right now. And the precise moment is always the only safe place for me. Each moment taken alone is always bearable. In the exact now, we're always all right here. And there's nothing to say. Just experiencing the moment. I'd love to hear how your moments are. Is it raining? And do you hear rain hitting your roof? We have a tin roof. We can hear rain. So I'm breathing in and out. And that's it. There's beauty in that. There's a word I really like. I say it Ananda. 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 That means eternal bliss. How do you stay in a state of eternal bliss? You recognize the ever-present good in the present moment. And I had a assignment in college to wherever I was with my camera throughout the week. I had to look for the good thing, find the good thing, find the beautiful thing, and photograph it, whatever it was. And that has carried me through life. And in any moment, even when I'm most distressed, I can look around and find something beautiful to stare at. Sometimes it's just the number 1 or 11. Even better. Yeah. So, it's called The Artist Way. We're all reading it. No. Is there another? What are you reading?
No, that one.
Oh, that one. Okay. So I'm going to read the rules of the road now. So in order to be a creative person, Number one, we must show up at the page and use the page to rest and to dream and to doodle and to just try. Number two, we feel the well by caring for our artist selves, by feeding ourselves good food, by getting some exercise, by drinking our water, by, taking care of ourselves. That's how we fill the well. Number three, set small and gentle goals and meet them. So don't be too hard on yourself. Number four, ask for courage and humility. Just, don't even know who I'm asking. Sometimes, maybe you do, but just ask and ye shall receive. What about that? So ask for the courage and humility to move forward with your little self and be gentle. Remember that it's far harder and more painful to be a blocked artist than it is to do the work. Remember how good it feels to sit down and make the thing or sing the song. So when you're resisting and you're in your funk and you're saying, I'm so depressed, pick up your creative instrument and tools and be willing to let that funk out through your music, through your art. Number six, be alert always for the presence of synchronicities leading and helping your artist. This is a fun thing to do. It's like looking for clues on the path. I found a clue. It's like playing Blues Clues or something. I met that person and they know this thing and I've been wanting to know this thing. Like, I got a clue. I love writing those in my journal, like those signs from the universe. Boo Radley moments. Yeah, that's what I like to call them. Number seven, choose companions who encourage you to do your art, not just talk about doing your art. You see them doing your art too. You don't just sit together and talk about why you're not doing your art. You look for friends who are doing it, and that inspires you to do it. And then you doing it on their dark days inspires them to do it. It's all a beautiful circle. Number eight, remember that your higher self loves whatever creative expression you want to do. They love that for you, want that for you. And number nine, remember that it's your job to do the art, not judge the art. Just do the thing. So place this is a sign you could place in your workplace. Creator within, I will take care of the quantity, you take care of the quality. I'll just show up at the page and do the thing. And just have fun. We're just going to have fun. No need to be nervous, right? How your stars coming along? How's your stars coming along? You got some words on there? Shout some words out. I need to write some things on mine. I am wise, gifted, grateful, whimsical, present, alive, alert, aware, snazzy. Hydrated, I like that one. Right? Drink your water, folks. It's so important. Wear your masks when we go out, right? I don't go out much. So, it's, what's that? In flow. In flow we go. So that brings us to the end of chapter 2. And recovering a sense of identity. So we're learning to love ourselves and feed ourselves positive thoughts. We're just keep working on your star here. Maybe see how many words you can squeeze on there. I'm going to read something else. We have about 15 more minutes here. I want to read the basic principles again, and I've rewritten some of them a little to put my spin on them, to just remind you that the Artist Way does use the word God at times, and what she's talking about here is whatever you personally assign that honor to. And some people get hung up because of the use of that word and walk away from this material. So in an effort to make this maybe a little more universal, I've changed some of the wording. And these are the basic principles. We read these at the introduction of the Artist Way. And I have said that these are just things that you want to like open your mind to. Can I get my head around that? Does that thought work for me? So I used to post this like in my bathroom so I could see it when I was on the toilet and read it every day. I'm going to read those to you now. Just keep working on your stars and breathing. So, number 1, creativity is the natural order of life. Life is energy, pure creative energy. Number 2, there is an underlying, indwelling, creative force infusing all of life, including ourselves. Number 3, when we open ourselves to creativity, we open ourselves to the creative energy within us and our lives. Number 4, we are ourselves creations, and we in turn continue creativity by being creative ourselves. Number 5, creativity is our true nature, simply. Number 6, the refusal to be creative is self-will and is counter to our true nature. Number 7, when we open ourselves to exploring our creativity, we open ourselves to creative energy or flow. Number 8, as we open our channel to creative flow, many gentle but powerful changes are to be expected. Delicious anticipation. Number 9, it is safe to open ourselves up to greater and greater creativity. And number 10, our creative dreams and yearnings come from our hearts. As we move toward our dreams, we move toward ourselves. And we can never get any further away from that, said that wise woman Wendy in her purple car. You could never get further away from your dreams coming true, Kim. I know you feel like you've been knocked off course by the current events in your life. But you had gotten closer, so you're still there. And you're still getting closer. You can't get further away. And she was right. I got the dragonfly. Dream come true. Boom. But I thought when I got knocked flat on my back with my wind out of my sails going, you got to start life all over again, Kim, that I got knocked off my course. But no, I didn't. No, I didn't. Whatever your course is, whatever you are here to create or say or whatever, it's happening. And you're moving towards it. Speaking of which, I have a featured artist that has brought some art. I have so enjoyed getting to know Pam, and she's here with us today. Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
She says hi. Pam does woodworking, and it's so beautiful. And this is a drum. I got to do the art on it, so this is a beautiful collaboration that we did together. It needs tightening a little, but that's a drum. Look at that. So that fits in my little house. And so since doing that, I got to go over to her workshop and see what she does. But she brought some things to show. Pam, what is this?
It's a love spoon.
This is called a love spoon, and you told me this story. So
Traditionally, if a young man liked a young woman, he made her a spoon, and
if she accepted this spoon,
then she loved him back.
right. So did you hear that? So if a young man loved a young woman, he would make her a beautiful spoon like this. And if she accepted the spoon, that meant she loved him back. So these are love spoons. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. So beautiful. Let's see what else she brought. Oh, I remember when you were making this one. Look at that beauty. It even has a heart there. Look at that. I can just imagine like how much you're in the flow, like sanding these and just make, like, do you sand this by hand and just make that all so smooth and beautiful? That must be a great meditation, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, which one next?
Look, you're glowing just handling them.
Oh, they're so
You can tell.
incredible. So look at this bowl, y'all. This is a little bowl. Isn't that nice?
Camphor.
What is it made of?
Camphor.
Camphor?
Yeah.
That's a kind of wood.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Camphor trees on this property.
Oh, okay. And this one's oak?
Yes.
Look at this oak bowl. Is oh my goodness, so beautiful.
Malachite.
How long have you been doing woodworking, Pam?
Malachite. I don't know if they can see it.
Is that where is that? So that's along the edge here. I can't see it in this light.
I can see it.
So it has some green in it. She's saying malachite and oak. Isn't that lovely? Oh, there it is. Nice. So Pam, how long have you been doing woodworking?
I took some woodworking classes in high school.
High school
And
woodworking.
then there were many years when I, didn't get much opportunities.
You were
It was
raising
an
a
expensive hobby to get into.
right.
But
She's saying it's an expensive
I
hobby,
gradually
so
built a shop, and where I am
look at
now,
this.
I'm
So
pretty nice shop
beautiful.
and do
Yeah. So beautiful. So you're just playing around with what all you can do, it looks like. And wow, look at this one, y'all. Isn't that beautiful? So yeah. So throughout the week, I love seeing what you all are creating at home. So feel free to share on the page and talk to each other about our creations.
Is that one that glows in the dark?
Is this a
Yes.
glow in the dark? Look at that wand. Isn't that beautiful? I love how these rings are on here. I just think that must be so hard to do.
It is a little.
It's tedious, right?
No, not tedious.
No,
Tricky.
tricky. You see that? That ring slides on there. Isn't that amazing? So this is a beautiful wand. Oh, look at this one. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
I should get my head out from behind it.
Wow, Pam.
I feel like I'm really honoring it. Oh, it's so beautiful.
Wow, Pam.
Isn't that something, you guys?
Thank you.
So just taking the time to really like fine tune your art too. It feels so good to do. Like your precision is just amazing. Look at his little ears and eyes. Look at his little face, guys. So sweet. Love it. Love it. Love it. We got a couple more. Couple more. This is the beauty right here. I haven't even looked at this one yet. Oh, I love it. Look at that. There's a clock with a dolphin. I don't know how to hold it straight. Why is my 12 not at the top? Go this way. There you go. There we have it.
That's gorgeous.
So pretty. It looks nice on this background too.
Pam, your work makes you smile. You look at it and you want to smile.
Oh yeah, it's so lovely. And that's nice to tell an artist and for artists to remember that. That's a level of healing that you're bringing by showing your art and it causing a person to smile. Maybe they walk away remembering it or going, ooh, I could make what? Look at this, y'all. Look at that. Pam, these are so beautiful. Thank you for sharing. People were saying your work is stunning.
Well, thank you.
Can I take this out?
Yeah, I didn't realize there was stuff in there. I don't even know what's in there.
I'm just a little card. I just want to show them it's like all beautiful on the inside. Like, look at that line and
Right. Oh,
there's a little drawer. Yeah, a little tray.
Wow.
Look at that. Sits right in there.
Oh, Pam.
See what I'm talking about precision though. Like you have to be in the present moment with your tools to be so precise. And what a beautiful way to spend your time. Look at the end result. So take the time and honor your art. Pam, these are beautiful. Thank you so much. I also got gifts from Pam for my birthday. This one is a pencil.
It's blinging. You can
And
see
it even
bling
has a
over
little
here.
built-in eraser. And then there's also a pen. Look at that. So beautiful. We got another one. One more. Yeah, this is lovely. Another box. Look at that.
Completely different stuff.
Right? What kind of wood is this one?
Cedar.
Oh, this is cedar, so it smells good. Oh, yeah. So that's a cedar box. It smells great. Yay. Isn't that beautiful? Thank you so much for sharing, Pam. I'm going to do one more little thing together. If you would, all please just put your crayons and pens down for a minute. Put your stars. Maybe let's do this. put your star where you can see it. I'm going to use my one from last time because it has a lot more words on it. I didn't get to write many words this time. And just put it, maybe hold it in your lap. We're just going to do a brief meditation. And what I want you to notice is how you feel different now than when we did the first meditation. And if you would like to leave your eyes open and just do that same breathing and look at your star. Just for a few seconds. And just simply notice, are things a little quieter? Is your heart rate down? Does your mind feel relaxed? Is it chattering? Was it chattering before? Just notice. Take a few more deep breaths. Interesting. Just continuing to breathe. We're going to wrap this up. On my star, as I'm looking down, and please share some words in the comments that are on your star, but I'm focused on I am strong. I am strong. That's right in the middle of this star. I am strong. And I do believe chapter 3 is recovering a sense of strength. And that's what we're going to be talking about next week. I'm going to look. And just continue to breathe throughout your day today, folks. Peaceful, easy feeling. That's a nice thing I like to say to myself. Looking for that peaceful, easy feeling. My yogini, Gina, says, at any moment throughout your day, if you're feeling racy, if you're feeling a bunch of emotions all bubbling up and you're just like not feeling with yourself, you can just stop, feel your feet connected to the earth, and take a few deep breaths. And then notice, how do I feel now? And you'll find more present, better able to deal with whatever it is, and just staying on our path. So chapter 3 for next week is recovering a sense of power. I said strength, but that works. Recovering a sense of power. That sounds wonderful. I'm looking forward to that.
Your star is the perfect bookmark.
Nice. And please, if you would, share pictures of your stars in the comments, or if you want to put them in the album that is on the Creative Companions page, that would be awesome if you could figure out how to do that. If not, I'll try to add them to the album after you post them. Whatever. So next week, recovering a sense of power is what we're going to talk about. I have to give a little more thought to what the craft is going to be, so that'll be posted. I did not finish talking about the tasks. There were a lot of tasks at the end of chapter 2. Hopefully you found time to do some of those. They're quite helpful. If you didn't, that's great too. I'm just happy you're here. If you just show up every week, if you don't even have the book, that's fine too. If you have friends that you want to invite to join us, they can join at any time. Show up in any week and see what we're up to. Thanks so much for joining us. Recovering a sense of power next week. So we'll be reading that chapter, writing morning pages every morning if we can, or as many mornings as we can, I should say. Taking an artist date, go blow some bubbles, jump in a mud puddle, put stickers on your notebook, whatever. Take yourself out and have some fun. I love you. I love that you're here with us, and peace out. I'll see you next week. If you want to buy some of my art, go to Art by Kim Keffer on Facebook. Or if you would like to make a donation to Creative Companions in this journey, my PayPal is kimsphotoart@aol.com. KIMSPHOTOART@aol.com. All right. Peace out, beautiful people. I love you.
Love you.
Yay! Thank you for doing the thing.